everybody, my name is Matthias, also known as Sacco, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to use launchpads and work with video and also DMX devices all in real time. Alright, next thing, video. I don't know if you guys know about this plugin called this ZGameEditor visualizer, and with this you can do all kind of visual content. You can think about it as some kind of VJ software, which is what basically this plugin is a VJ software. So in this plugin you can just have 25 of these layers, and if I turn one layer I can just add something else, like a scene that's gonna be, let's say, cubes, and I have those. And as you can see, as I speak, the cubes move with the animation, with the sound, so they respond to sound too. I can, of course, automate things like color, and I can also link those to audio. I can just explain to you later on how this plugin works. If you're interested, you please leave your comment and let me know if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about this plugin. All right, I'm gonna just turn this one off because I don't need it for now. And this layer is just an image wall. That means it's playing some kind of image. In this case, it's a video. And that video is just loaded here. And that is a very, very long video I did with images from all sources and mainly from the ZGameEditor, an old version of it. That's why you see those colors that are not so interesting anymore. Some of them I did according to the old launchpads, which didn't have so many colors. Now, the way I work with this video is I use cues. Those numbers represent a point in the video. Those numbers I just found, I did the long video, the video together, put the video together in another software. Then I went and played notes and found out which numbers work the best or were the beginning of some animation and so on. The way to access how to play these cues is by using a MIDI out again, and you go to the settings and you see MIDI port channel. In this case, I selected number 2. That was my personal choice. And then you can see in the rack window, let's just put the mixer out. And in the rack window, you have this MIDI out called video cues, which is set to channel number 2, as in the settings you can find. This pattern in particular has all these cues, and those are, because I know how they work. Those are, I'm gonna just detach this video because I need it here. All right. These first few cues correspond to those Space Invaders things. And if I click on them, the animation moves back and forth. I'm gonna go to a good example that shows how this works. Gonna go to a different pattern. I think it's one of these. Or this. All right, this one. You see like a drawing of a guy. Let me just flip that. All right, it's like a guy dancing, 8-bit style, right? Next pattern is the same guy in another position. Next pattern, another guy, another position, and so on. And as you can see, they have an associated video cue, which is also a guy dancing. And if I go to the rack, I see the cue I'm using. And if I click on it, you can see how the animation goes back to the point I wanted. And as I go to different animations, different patterns, I have a different point in the video. Let's just go like that. So basically that's how cues and the video works. And if I go ahead and move these nodes, you can see all the cues I set up. And at the end you have these cool things like smashing a TV with a hammer. That's so cool. Ha. And there are plenty of animations. These ones I did with the game editor, including this, including that, and the guy dancing too. The guy dancing was basically a video I got somewhere, and then I put a mosaic kind of filter on top, so that makes that kind of cool effect. And I render that out. So if you go to the ZGameEditor, you can see that you can export to video. That's what I did. Exported to video, 1 bar or whatever bars I needed to put. And that I can explain later. Leave your comments if you really want me to explain those. Now, final thing is, you can see this box here. It says enable Dmx Control. And this is a model of a Dmx controller, which is this box. This box right here. This is just an NTEC Dmx USB Pro MK2. And it comes with this breakout cable that gives you some sort of MIDI kind of DIN 5 connections, cables, connectors. But you just buy an adapter that converts those 5 on one side and 3 on the other side, like XLR, normal XLR cables. And what you basically do is, Dmx controllers are lights, smoke machine, fire machine, basically that. And you can connect them all with MIDI. It's quite easy to control them. I'm gonna put this back there. Sorry about the noise. So basically you connect those in chain. You chain them one after the other. And it's really easy to hook up. Basically in FL Studio you enable this in the ZGeMeditor. And then you go ahead and choose one layer that is called Dmx Control, and it's under hardware, Dmx Control. There is a list of parameters I built myself, and it's basically a text file where you go to the manual of a certain Dmx Control, and you find out how many channels it uses, and you lay down those channels in a text file, and you can give them names. Now that the text file is deleted. Actually, I think I overwrite that file when I was reinstalling. But basically, you can tell this is light number 1 RGB, light number 2 RGB, and some other things like effects and stuff. And if I play a pattern, like, let's just go into project, into song mode, and play this pattern. And just mute that one. All right. So you can see those sliders moving here. Actually, this is RGB and RGB for the light number 2. I had 2 lights connected to the system. And this was brightness or something like that. It doesn't matter. But the lights in this case, since this RGB, those are blinking red as the launch pads are blinking red. And if I go to the second pattern, that has snare, you see they are red plus green. That makes yellow. So it's red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. And the third pattern is red, yellow, and the hi-hat's moving. If I turn the smoothing off here, you barely see it, but those are moving quite fast all the way to the top and going down, but you barely see it animated. I can look at that data by just clicking the pattern and going to the pattern, and then I go to the ZGeMeditor again, and then I right click here, and then you can see, oh, this is all a mess now. All right, these are my red lights, or red blinking lights. Red, 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 red. Same thing happens with the rest. It's just self-explanatory. This is, the big one is a snare, and this is part of the hi-hat. Because the hi-hats, I want them white. So each of them are, they have the hi-hats on, so when you mix R, G, and B, you're gonna get white color. So that's basically how it works. Sadly, I cannot show you with the lights here because I don't have them. They are with the whole bunch of things we put together for Dancefair and the Musikmesse. And so that's basically it. You can just get your launchpad, experiment with this. Don't be afraid of putting notes, and basically the whole thing is just you put like one pattern like so, simple things, stretch it around, copy and paste, and just see how it looks, right? Let's just try that one. And that's what I got by doing that. I'm gonna stretch this and copy again and see how it looks. Let me copy and paste. You see? No brainer. Not really hard to do. Now I have a cool animation already. And I can just copy that. 1, 2, 3. Change the color of that. Actually, with this tool is better, as I said before. Color set, saturation, all the way up. Brightness in the middle. Remember, you can play with those values. I just set them by default like that. So now we're gonna get that animation in yellow. And I wanna just change color gradually. As blue goes to yellow, then red. So yeah. If you have any question, just leave a comment. And if you like the video, give thumbs up. If you don't like the video, I don't care. Thumbs down then. And let me know if you want me to explain something else. If you want me to help you understanding a certain aspect of it, of the whole performance mode. And have fun!